We'll just call him Wes, and that's how I got my name. That's what I go by. Go by Wes today. So that's a true story. So anyways, I'm getting old, as you heard earlier. People made comments about how old I am. Look, I'm getting irritable. I'm impatient. I had this conversation. My wife pulled me aside the other night, and she says, "Honey, you're never going to believe what happened to me today." So she starts talking, about 30 seconds passes, 45 seconds passes, and I'm like, oh my God, what is the point? What happened? I let her go on for 30, 45 more seconds, and I'm like, honey, I have to stop you. I have to stop you right there. I'm going to need you to speak in bullet points. She said, bullet points? I'm like, yeah, just give me the points that matter, and if something excites me, I'll ask you to elaborate on it. Oh, she's like, oh, I got a couple of bullets for you. I'm looking for a new husband, and I'm going to take half your shit. Which one of those do you want me to elaborate on? I'm like, no, then you win. Anyway. So another one, when I was growing up, I had a grandfather who would come over and eat dinner with us. And he would come over and he'd eat corn on the cob. He's going at this corn on the cob. He got done eating and he'd have a conversation and he'd have food sticking all over his face. And I thought, as a kid, I'm like, how old do you have to be to have food sticking to the outside of your face and you can't feel it? 48. 48 is the answer to that question. So I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm actually a CPA. And I had this client come up to me at one point, and she says, hey, I didn't get a tax bill. And I don't know if I should be excited that I didn't get a tax bill, or disappointed in your ability that you can't even bill your clients, that your tax returns suck, and that you're incompetent. And I said, ma'am, one second. If you could just look in your junk folder, I'm pretty sure the bill probably went in there. And I said, damn, Mom, could you call me about this? We talk about this every year. My mom's still here, by the way, and so that's a little bit odd. And it's going to get weirder. It's a true story. My daughter got married this year. Yeah. And I had the opportunity to meet her mother-in-law. And she's like, she lives in Raleigh. She came into Charlotte. We're sitting in a bar, and we're having a conversation. She leans over to me and she says, hey, you're never going to believe this, but I have 60 years of porn in my car. Do you want it? And I said, 60 years of porn? And what does 60 years of porn even look like? Right? I'm like, oh, there's got to be some magazines, there's probably some Betamax and DVDs and VHS, and I'm running through my head like, oh, where's my DVD players? VHS, I had to go to Goodwill and get the VHS machine. Maybe, I don't want to act too greedy, maybe I'll just ask for the shaved years. So I'm skipping out to the car, I'm all excited. She pops open the trunk, it's 60 years of corn. Like, I'll take two. Yeah, so I get home and we're having hamburger and corn, and I got done with that meal. My wife turned over to me and she goes, Wes, I got corn sticking right there. So I'm going to leave you with this, my last bit of advice for the couple back here especially. I have a friend who would like to perform while I'm back. So he would go out to the bar and pick up women and bring them back to his hotel room or his apartment. And they'd start getting intimate, right? And as they're getting intimate, he decides, okay, now it's time to go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom, he gets some numbing lotion to put on his penis. So he puts some numbing lotion, goes back out in bed, right? And he could last for 30 minutes to an hour with this lotion. So one thing about relationships, right? This is the one thing about relationships, is at some point you need to say no, right? So there was a point where you had the whole situation go down, he gets excited, he runs into the bathroom, he's putting the lotion on, he comes back out, and the girl decides to go down on him. Yeah, this is where you should have said no. So this is where I'm going to give you my impersonation of this woman going down on my friend. And she probably did that for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then he turned to her and says, Look, I can't understand anything you're saying. You might be better to be talking bullet points. And that's my time. Thanks a lot, guys.